Hi, my name's Nuala. I'm a neurophysiotherapist working with people living with IIH. Joining me today, I have Katie, who herself is living with IIH. In this session, we're going to go through a strength program. So strength is anything that gets these muscles working, okay? For this one, you might need some equipment around you. So it's whatever you've really got accessible at home. That could be some weights, or as we've got here, that could be some tins of beans. It could be some bottles of water, whatever you've got around you and you feel you can lift. With these exercises, if you want to try some with the weights, then please do. But if it gets too much, you can put the weights down and continue to do the movement without them. Again, Katie's going to be demonstrating these in the chair. So for this, make sure again the chair is nicely fixed to the floor. It's not going to slip out all the way. And again, make sure your bottom's nicely back to the back of the chair. But there's a few exercises I might ask you to just move forward slightly to get our posture nice and upright, and then we'll get going. So for the first movement, we're going to do a sit to stand movement. So for this, I'm going to get Katie just to bring her bottom a little bit closer forwards on the edge of the chair, but not so far forwards that the chair might topple forwards. Make sure that your feet are about hip width apart. So you could start with your feet together and you could step them toes out and the heels out. Make sure as you do this movement, the knees don't knock in and they stay nice and spaced apart. And then I'm going to ask Katie to stand up from the chair. Lovely, and then slowly sit down. Now you can see from this one that Katie's using her hands to push herself up. That's absolutely fine. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, then you could stop using your hands. If you are using your hands, just really make sure you're still engaging those bottom muscles to push yourself up, and then nice controlled on the way down. That's lovely, Katie, well done. And back up. Fantastic. Going to move on one for our arms now. So this is a lateral arm raise. So if you have your arms just over the side of the arms of the chair, and you're going to take the arms up, pause, and then slowly bring them back down. Really think about your posture, drawing your shoulder blades back and down. Don't let your shoulders come up to your ears. Good. And back down again. If you wanted to make this more challenging, this is where you could add some weights. And back down. Do one more of these. Up and down. Okay. So for this next move, we're going to focus on the muscle at the back of the arm, our tricep muscle. So I'm going to get Katie to sit nicely back in the chair because she needs to have enough space to straighten her arm behind her. I'm going to suggest that you pick up one of the cans, Katie. Lovely. And pop that into your left hand. Great. So you want to make sure that you keep your arm glued into the side of you, but drawing your elbow back. And then I want you to straighten your elbow behind you and then bend it again. That's really nice, Katie. So you should feel that muscle at the back of the arm working. Excellent. So we're just straightening and bending the elbow. Really nice. We'll do one more here. And then we're going to change onto the other side. So I'm going to bring the other arm back. That's it, Katie. Lovely. And then straightening the arm behind you. If this is too much with the weight, you might decide to put the weight down. That's really nice, Katie. Super. We'll just do one more of these. And then relax the arm down. You can pop your weight onto the floor. I'm going to demonstrate two different ones now. So for Katie in the chair, what I'd like you to do is going to be a knee extension. So we're going to be working these muscles at the front of the leg. So I just want you to straighten your leg up, pause for a moment, and then slowly and controlled relax it down, and then repeat the same on the other leg. So for us in standing, we're going to do some lunges. So holding on to something for support if you need to, but make sure it's nice and solid and it's not going to slip. We're going to step backwards with one leg, and we're just going to slightly bend both knees and come back up again. To make this more challenging, you can go a little bit deeper, but don't worry if you're only able to do some shallow ones initially. If you need to not hold on, then you can just pop your hand down and step forwards, and then we're going to change legs. That's great, Katie. Continuing with those ones. Coming down, again, holding on if you need to. That's lovely. Nice, controlled posture. Fantastic. We're just going to do one more of these and coming back up. Fantastic. Well done, Katie. You feeling okay? Super. We're going to move on to one for our arms again now. So I think if you pick up the cans, this is one we're going to work on our shoulders. So this is our shoulder press. So for this one, I want you to start with your arms out to the side. And I want you to push those cans all the way up to the ceiling and then pull them slowly and controlled back down. That's lovely, Katie. And again, pushing up and drawing down. Really pulling those shoulder blades down as you come as well, keeping that nice upright posture. Fantastic. Again, if this gets a bit too much, you can put the cans down and you can just do that without any weights. Do just a few more of these. Lovely. One more, Katie. Pushing up and slowly pulling down. Fantastic. Relax the arms. Now for this one, you might want to continue to use the weights, Katie, but if it gets a bit too much, you can put them down. This is our bent over row. So I just want you to lean forward slightly. pop your arms down in front of you and slightly out to the side so you don't hit the arms of the chair. Make sure your palms are facing inwards, that's it. And then I want you to pull those cans back, keeping those elbows nice and in, and straighten them again. Super. So this is our bent over row. So you're drawing back and coming down. Lovely. Again, you can do a few with the weights. If it gets too much, you can put them down. Fantastic. Nice and slow. Work at a pace that's good for you. This is all about the technique rather than speed to get these muscles working. Super. We're going to do one more of these. Lovely. And relaxing down. Perfect. So you pop the weights down now, Katie. We're going to do another one for our legs, similar to the first one. This time I want you to have your feet a bit wider apart. You're going to have your toes pointing outwards. So in our case, in standing, we're going to be doing what we call a plie squat. And then for Katie, she's going to stand up, but in that wider position. So when you're ready, Katie, if you stand up, lovely. And then sitting back down, putting your bottom right on the chair. Now you might have your bottom a bit further forwards in the chair for this one. And then again, standing up. Excellent. And slowly down. If this is a bit too much for you, you can just support your hands on the arms of the chair. Coming down. And again, if you're doing it in standing with me, just alter how deep you go, squeezing your bottom muscles as you come back up. Lovely. Let's do a few more of these, Katie. That's a lovely technique. Beautiful posture. Excellent. Again, working at a speed that's best for you. Super. We'll do one more. Excellent. Squeezing up, and then Katie having a sit down. Fantastic. Right, we'll give the legs a bit of a rest. We're going to move back onto our arms. So this is another one I'd recommend you use the weights for, Katie. So this is our bicep curls. So we're going to get these muscles at the front of the arms working. Now for this one, you can either do both arms together or you might alternate. Keeping again the elbows glued into the side. You're just going to bend the elbows up towards your shoulders and then straighten them. So again here, the only thing that should be moving is the elbow joint. If that's a bit too much for you, you could do one at a time. So alternating, that's beautiful and lovely posture. Again, if it gets a bit too much, you can just put the weights down. Let's do a few more here. Fantastic. One more on each side if you're doing alternate ones. Lovely. Last one. Super. Okay, we're going to do another one now more for our chest. So I'd recommend you put these weights down because it can be a bit challenging. This one we're going to be doing almost pushing away. So it's a forward press or a chest press. So keeping your arms into the side. I want you to push your arms forwards. Lovely, Katie. And then draw them backwards. Fantastic. Push them away. Draw them backwards. Keeping those shoulder blades pulled back and down. Imagine you've got them tucked into your back pockets and you're drawing them back. Lovely. Try to keep your top of your chest and your shoulders nice and still so we're not slumping as we go. The movement is just coming from those arms. Let's just do a couple more here, Katie. Lovely. One more. Drawing back. Push away. Drawing back. And relax. Lovely. Right. Final exercise. We're going to come back onto our legs again. So for this one, Katie, in sitting, what I'm going to ask you to do is just to come across and touch each knee with your hand as you add a bit of a rotation. For us in standing, we're going to have our legs a bit wider apart and we're going to bend across and pull up. That's it. Lovely. So again, working at a speed that's good for you. Remember, this is about strengthening. So it's not about getting too breathless. So really taking your time, sticking that bottom back if you're in standing. That's really nice, Katie. Well done. Just going to do a few more seconds here. Worked super hard. Well done. Let's do one more on each side. Excellent. Last one. Coming across. Stand up. Give yourself a nice shake out. Excellent work. And you are done. Well done.